Hello, everyone. I might not should be making this video, but what the fuck? I gotta talk about it with some people not involved in what's going on, which is, I don't know, it's weird. Um, I'm still working on my electronic cigarette. I haven't, not smoked real cigarettes. I still got real cigarettes, but I'm trying these out. What y'all think? I think it looks real. I got some different flavors and stuff and trying them out. Might make a real video about this sometime. Also, there's people that make reviews and get free samples. I might do that if people will give me free samples. I'll be honest, but free samples a free sample. You know what I'm saying? That'd be nice. Oh, but that's not what this video is about. Okay. So, if you've been watching some of my blog stuff, I'm trying to be friends with people and stuff. And boy, does being friends with people just come with a lot of stuff. So so I don't know. Okay, this might take a little bit backstory, and this is probably gonna be more one video, but not right now because there's more incoming. Somebody's gonna call me back in a little bit, and we're gonna talk about this a little more. Okay, there's the one friend I've talked about on here a bunch, the one that I gave a hug to and the birthday present and all that stuff. Okay. Well, I'm really good friends with her. I really think she's a good person. Yada yada. I want to be friends with her, even though she ain't gonna work there anymore, and I want to continue that. Well, there's another friend of mine that's a really good friend of hers. That they've been good friends with each other before I was good friends with her and whatnot. But so the one friend who has been good friends sends me a message on Facebook. It's like, I'm having a dilemma, so I send her a text. I'm like, what's wrong? What do you need? I'm trying to be a good friend. And so the other friend had said something to somebody else, and that somebody else said something to somebody else. And it got back to that person. So that person was a little worried, and I'm like, well, maybe you should talk to them first and figure it out. It's a misunderstanding, yada yada, shit happens. It's not the end of the world, So whatever, and I'm like, well, I'm real good friends with this person. I'm like, I want to talk to them about this, but is it okay? You don't want me to say nothing to them? Like, don't say nothing until I talk to them. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, right? I try to respect people. I think people need to lay their boundaries out a little bit better. It's kind of hard when you're talking and, there's a group of people and they say something and you don't know if they said that up to that person or what, and you don't know, so it's kind of hard to say. So if someone says don't say nothing, then you don't say nothing. But then if that person, somebody else already knows about what they told you not to say nothing to about, then how is that a problem? Do y'all think that's a problem? Because that's what me and my friend, the hug friend, we're just talking about on the phone, because she's worried that it's like, well, she talked to somebody else about something, and I guess she shared a little piece of new information about the whole drama thing, but but this person already knew about it, so she didn't think it was like that big a breach of what's going on, and I kind of have to agree with her on that, because I'm talking to her about stuff that we both know, so I don't see what the problem is, because I was a bit confused as well, and I admitted my mistake, and I said, well, maybe I jumped to conclusions as well, because I didn't really understand, because I sent her a text message. I said like, maybe you should be telling so and so stuff. Just saying. And then she sent me a text message back. No, somebody else sent me a text message. Sorry, I'm not editing these videos, so you have to watch me text. Oh, and then she says, I am not sure you understand what is really going on, just saying. And I was basically joking with her because I figured that everything had been dealt with because my other friend said, you know, they worked everything out, you know. So I figured, okay, cool. So I figured that they, joked about it or whatnot, and it was cool. So I sent her that. I guess it's kind of hard to tell them joke because then, like, she said she was joking back too when she wrote that. Um, and because I don't know, when I first got it, I guess I was too concerned, and I was like, oh no, she's mad at me, and then I said, okay, what is really going on then? Just saying. So it kind of got to be a little joke. So I think she kind of figured that out. And then she called me and we talked about a little bit of it. And I knew most everything, but I didn't know that the person she told stuff about already knew about the situation. See, I was under the impression, maybe my fault, or maybe the person telling me didn't explain it as well, or maybe they didn't even know. Um, damn, my hand is all fucked up. But whatever. Uh, they didn't know. So it was a little misunderstanding. That's what I was trying to clear up. But I didn't want nobody to be upset with me. And maybe that's my problem. But maybe I should just stay out of it, period. But it's hard when you're friends with all these people, when you're talking about all this shit. It's kind of hard to stay out of it. But I feel like I'm fucking in high school again, man. I love being friends with girls, and I love hearing their problems and talking to them and whatever and yada yada. But sometimes they get real bitchy, and sometimes they got this crazy ass drama shit they want to have going on. And I just don't know how to deal with it. Um, and it's really bad when it's a friend of yours that you really is a good friend and you think they're in the wrong. So it's hard to say that, but you can only try to give them the best advice that you can, you know. But I was just concerned that these two friends that have been really good friends would lose their friendship. I didn't want that to happen, you know. So that's why I got involved. And they're both my friends. And, now who knows what's going to happen. But I don't know, deep, a little bit of me is like, well, this is kind of fun. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe this drama shit gets fun. But here's the backstory. If you're still watching this video now, I don't know how long it's been, probably at least 10 minutes. The backstory is there's this one girl, and she's trying to be friends with this other girl. And so she was sending her text messages and stuff and yada yada. And it was bothering this other girl. And so this other girl was talking to me about it. And I gave her my advice and everything like that. And I said, you gotta talk to her. You can't just ignore her. You gotta fucking talk to her. Whatever. And she added 4B. She talked to her and it was dealt with. Well, the information I'm getting now is kind of like it really wasn't really dealt with right, And so the other girl's still under the misconception that they're friends and everything, but this other girl doesn't really want to be her friend, it seems like. And it's kind of tricky. And that's what the problem is. But I don't know how to tell my other friend without upsetting there. Because the other girl, I'm not really as close with her. But I feel a lot of sympathy for her, and I do think that my friend is in the wrong here a little bit. But I don't know how to approach this. And my best advice was you need to talk to her and work this out. You don't need it to be just complete bullshit. So I don't know. So yeah, that's my dilemma, or if you would call it. It's not big a dilemma, but I don't know. I don't really want to get in this drama stuff, but I'm kind of pulled in from all sides. And I've always been bad about it. I've usually been good about staying out of it, just not interacting with all parties. But since all parties involved, well, not all parties, but a lot of the parties involved are all my friends, it's kind of hard for me not to talk amongst myself with these people because I worry about all of them, And then even the girl I don't consider that great a friend, I'm concerned about her too, because I'm not a complete asshole. So I don't know what to do. So feel free to leave me some advice or laugh at me or whatever you think's best. And I will update you on this in the future. So, one other thing. I have a friend that's like not associated with this at all, who doesn't even live in the same state. So I tell her all this shit, and if they knew, maybe they'd get mad. But I'm like, fuck, she don't know nothing. So I think that's what the problem is. So whatever. She just sent me a text back, but we'll find out. If I get killed or hated or something, I'll let y'all guys know. All right, thanks for watching my whatever the fuck you want to call this. And it's probably not a good idea to put it on the internet, but fuck, if somebody finds it, so what? I didn't use any names, and you people don't know who I am or who they are, so it doesn't really matter. It's basically a hypothetical scenario. Thanks, guys.